Hello again and welcome back. In this particular video, I'm going to share with you one of the most important video tips of all time, and that is looking at the camera. It's very important. Time and time again, whether it's a Facebook Live video or whether it's a pre-recorded video, I see people who are constantly looking in the wrong direction. And sometimes this can be a little tricky, especially if you're using a mobile device. So I'm going to share with you some tips, tricks, and strategies to use. So the first one is if you're using a web camera, it's important you can do one or two things. What I have right now, I have my webcam up on a tripod, and I'm going to show you a picture of that. But sometimes I tend to forget and get distracted about where I'm looking. So take a little post-it note, draw an arrow on it, tape it to the bottom of your camera, and have the arrow pointing upwards towards the camera to constantly remind you to look directly at the camera. That's one trick. Another one is if you're so petrified about speaking in front of the camera, another tip that I share with my clients is take a small photo or a photo of your family, friend, or loved one and tape it or attach it to your camera, and then pretend like you're talking to your friend or family member and like it's just you and that person in the room. And that way it'll bring your comfort level down, but it'll also get you to look directly at the camera. Now, what about using mobile devices? Because this can be tricky, especially if you're doing Facebook Live videos or even pre-recorded videos on your webcam or mobile device. Sorry. So when you're using your phone, it depends on how you're doing this. You need to look right here where the camera is. A lot of times if we're doing Facebook Live videos, we tend to look at this screen right here. You never want to do that because you're going to catch yourself in your video going all the way down. And one tip to avoid by doing this, especially if you're doing pre-recorded videos on your mobile device, just do a few seconds of recording and then play it back to see where your eyes or focus is when you're recording your videos. So you want to make sure that you're looking at the camera. But another tip is turn your camera around. Sorry. Turn your camera around so that way you're looking directly here at the camera and you're not focused on what you're saying or how you're looking. Remember, you need to let go of your ego. Don't worry so much about how you look and how you come across to other people. Just make sure that you're focusing on your content and getting it out to your audience. So again, take a look at that viewfinder. If you're too distracted by the screen, turn it around and look this way. The other tips that I shared with you is take a little arrow, draw an arrow on a post-it note, attach it to the camera so that constantly reminds you to look at the camera, or you can post a picture of a loved one up there, maybe even your pet, and put it up there. Now, another thing that you can do, and this is what I use sometimes, especially if my videos are a little longer, I will use a teleprompter. And there are all different types of teleprompters out there. Now, the ones that I work with are absolutely free. Some you can actually use on your mobile device, and they may cost about $1.99 that you can actually download. Now, the key thing that I will tell you about this is if you're going to use a teleprompter, you need to make sure that your laptop or whatever you're using is right there near the eye level of your camera. So what I do is I put my webcam on my tripod and I'll level it and position it to make sure everything is right in the frame. And then I'll take my laptop and I'll position it in a way where it's close to my camera. I may use a television TV cart, like a TV dinner cart, to put my laptop on. I may even put books underneath my laptop. So that way when I'm looking, I can glance down. Now you may say, well, people may see me glancing down. And I'm going to tell you it's perfectly okay. Do you not see news broadcasters looking down at their notes? Why do you think they have sheets of paper right in front of them? They may have a teleprompter in front of them, but they also have their notes. So it's okay to glance down every now and again to look at your notes. But most importantly, You want to make sure that you're making love to the camera and you're making eye contact with your viewers. Well, that's it for today. Talk to you later. Bye.